Hi everybody. I just wanted to make a special video here on this chart, the US dollar Swiss, because I'm stalking the US dollar Swiss for quite some time, actually some years now. I've traded this like extensively in these earlier years here down to this low actually. This is when the peg like the Swiss National Bank introduced a peg to the euro, a euro Swiss peg at 120 euro Swiss, and this was the initiation of this extended sideways activity. Well, this one here, this lasted for a couple of years, this peg, and then the unpeg. Well, the Swiss National Bank had to loosen and to let go of that peg. Well, we've seen a price reaction down here. Well, but the consolidation continued, right? So this low is very important. That's the unpeg, and this low is very important. That's the pegging decision, and both levels we see big wicks, right? So these levels are perfect stop run levels, and this can be seen. Well, this is an S1 pattern with a very extended breakout activity. I don't like that a lot. Like if the breakout activity is bigger than it took the pattern to develop. So here, this is how long it took the pattern to develop. So it's just in time that we've seen it to start running. If it takes longer and longer and longer, well, then it can actually be then this is now a tradable pattern anymore. But what you see here is quite constructive, right? I really like this chart. Well, I've been waiting all along here. Well, as being a euro investor, it doesn't really matter because both US dollar and Swiss, they both have gained in value during that time. But I thought that the Swissy would actually gain on top, like would even gain against the US dollar. Well, it didn't. They were basically like equally strong, completely in balance here. What we've seen here, right, this complete balance. But what we see as well is, well, we have lower highs, or this might be an equal high. So this is equal. Well, this is a lower high, and this is a lower high to this one. This is a lower high, and well, during this consolidation, we've seen lower highs. And we've seen a couple of trials to actually start a follow through into this S1 pattern short. We've seen this, well, then it didn't go. We've seen this one breaking the low, this low, well, it didn't go on, came back. Then this big one, well, it didn't, well, it came back. Well, now we've got basically, what's that, 1, 2, 3, that's the fourth trial, right? The fourth trial. Now this was important. This has broken this level, and now we're basically off to run this monthly S1 pattern to the downside. So this now is a very important level. This becomes, let's just put it actually here. This is the target area now. That's a magnet level, very important magnet level. So price now is drawn towards this level here, and I'm expecting well, this to happen. We might actually see some more momentum similar to what we've seen here. So some big red bars, consecutive red bars with a few green bars intermixed in between. Well, it already started like that, right? Big, like decent sized bars, green one. Now we should actually get a couple of red bars. I'm expecting the bars to grow, the red bars to grow. We could see, well, this is a stop run level, and that's the stop run level, and this should be, well, this should go well below, right? So this is my target area. It could, the Swiss could actually double in value against the US dollar. So this is what I'm looking for and what I'm expecting in the end. So the weekly chart looks super bullish, right? There's nothing in the way. We're in free fall territory. A very bearish chart. Here on the daily, this was this is what we were looking for, right? We've got, like on the daily chart, we've got additional stop run levels, so it has run through those, right? And let's see how that develops. So I just wanted to give a note of course, yeah. Here is another S1 pattern, right? That that has developed. So that's an S1. Let's just go back. So we have on the monthly chart, we've got this huge S1 pattern, and then let's better look at the weekly chart. On the weekly chart, we have got this consolidation right here, this one, and that's an S1 pattern on a daily chart. So we can see it on the weekly, but it's an S1 pattern on the daily, leaving all this consolidation behind, right? So price broke the lower area of this consolidation, formed this S1, and off we go. That's a great confirmation, right, of that it actually wants to leave this this sideways, endless sideways activity. So this is the S1 pattern, really nice. Well, it takes some time, right, which is not unusual, but now it's actually starting to run, and we can expect like the target of this S1 daily S1 is a little bit lower, but as we go lower towards the 88 level, well, let's have a look what that means on the monthly chart, the 88 level. So the 88 level, it's just okay. Well, we're close to, right. It's just here. Well, we're not too far from this target magnet level. So the closer we get, well, the closer the attraction of the magnet becomes. So I'm actually expecting now that we see a run through, that we see some momentum, increasing momentum to develop, running through at least this stop and lower, and this could bring us to the 8,000, and then after pullback even below the 7,000. So I think that's a great chart to trade or to invest in, because it's basically an investment, right, for over the years. I mean, here this pattern started in 2011, so for 10 it took a 10-year period to actually make this to start to run. So it can easily run for 5 years, right? So this is basically an investment. So the only caution I'm putting out here is that the Swiss National Bank, that's the central bank in Swiss, the SNB, actually likes to intervene, right? They don't like to see the Swiss losing in value, well, especially against the euro, but it's reflected here as well. They don't like the Swiss franc gain in value, because whenever it gets stronger and stronger, well, the exporting industry, and they export quite a bit, gets difficulties, and this is why they like to intervene into a weak Swiss, and this is why they had introduced that peg back in when was that? Back in 2011, in order to keep the US Swiss relatively weak. Well, in order not to let it develop super strong. Well, the Swiss National Bank can intervene and keep things at distance, but it cannot influence the final outcome. So we're going to see a drop. That's I've no doubt about that. But the Swiss National Bank, they can come in and intervene, right? So we might see some kind of irrational up moves. This is why I'm not such a big fan of trading the US Swiss short term in lower time frames, because we can always see interventions, and then we might see a spike, a quick spike on the 60-minute, and then it falls back. So I'm not very well. I've done that before, and I got burned a couple of times. So yeah, the US Swiss is a good chart to invest in, and I think it's part of the best opportunities for a longer term investment you have right now in the currency market. Well, talking about the top 30 most liquid pairs. All right. Thank you. Bye bye.